What's going on there, YouTube? MonsterManFace back at you again, this time with a review. And I've said a couple days ago that I would do this review. Unfortunately, a couple things came up that needed my attention. But now, I can finally get to the review here. Today's review is going to be on the Arominizer Titan RDTA. Now, let's go over the specs. The Arominizer Titan is a 41mm diameter atomizer. It's an They say RDTA right there. I know you guys can really see that. RDTA right there. I don't know why they say that. My guess is because the juice comes from the top directly onto the coils, I guess. So it kind of resembles that of an RDTA. But let's go. But it is 41 millimeters in diameter. It's about 70 millimeters in height from the bottom of the tank all the way up to the drip tip. It is a top fill tank. As you can see, you got those gigantic kidney-shaped fill holes right there at the top. It's got a nice beefy O-ring, which I just accidentally removed. No big deal. I'll just sit that right back in here for a second. Now, the one thing that I definitely love about this tank is its deck design. They say Lego styled deck system, which I'll show you here on the box. You can either go postless, velocity style, or it has a neutral block. Now, it comes with a few things. If I can get this back open, there we go. Now, this tank holds 28 milliliters of juice, and that's how it comes in. But if you're someone who, say, doesn't want to have that big of a tank, you want to hold less, it does come with a shorty glass. And the best part is, it also comes with a spare shorty and a spare full size. So in case if you are someone who likes running it at the 28 milliliter mode, and you break the glass, don't worry, you have a spare. Case in point, right there. Comes with also a little vape band. I don't use these. It also comes with a buku of O-rings, spare O-rings to replace. So that's really good. And also it comes with a spare Ultim drip tip. Now, the deck that I am using is the velocity style, and definitely you get a lot of build room here. Give me 1 second. Let me show you here a second. And I know I got juice in here, but this tank is like sealed, so I can pull it out here. There we go. So as you can see, I am running it in velocity style mode. Got some big old beefy coils in there. Those are fused Claptons, 24 gauge Canthal, Clapton with 34 gauge Canthal, 7 wraps on a 4.5 millimeter bit, clocked in at 0.22 ohms. I went with a bigger coil, much bigger diameter, just because of the fact that this is a big build deck. I would say it's about 30 millimeters in diameter. I could be wrong though. You get a lot of room to build on, and the wicking method is very, very straightforward. You can see there on the bottom these two little slits, there and there. That's where the juice comes in through. So basically, all you gotta do is just very lightly pack the cotton on the sides there, just to make sure that every little nook and cranny of those gaps is covered. It's not very hard to build on, not at all. You might have a few troubles at first, but you'll learn. It's quick to learn. I have not yet used the what's called the series deck. So if you guys want to see an update on this review, feel free to leave a comment, let me know, and I'll get back with you, and I'll show all of the other deck modes and show you what I think about those. But for today, I'm using the velocity style mode. It has a buku of airflow. You got quite a few options on your airflow. You can either close it down with a narrower slit, you can open it up all the way, or if you have slightly smaller coils, you have these little dots for airflow. But each mode is still pretty airy, even with the coils I run in here. I've been running it about full open. Make sure it's nice and tight down. That's one thing you gotta make sure that thing is nice and tight. And also it has a juice flow control ring, which at first is a little tight, but once you kind of lube up the O-rings, because this whole bottom section, as far as the insert, the cover for the deck, the juice flow control ring and the airflow ring both have O-rings for each. So once you get those lubed up, it's pretty easy to move. The airflow is a little loose in my opinion, but at the same time though, it's running really well. I haven't had any issues with it. So what I'm going to do here is very simply, and right here, I don't know if you can see that, but right there on the knurling at the bottom of the tank is a marker to tell you if your juice flow is closed or open. I have it closed right now, so I'm going to open that up before I vape it, or else you're going to get a dry hit pretty quick. So basically just like that, and the airflow ring might move with it, so if it does, just put it back to where you had it, no big deal. Like I said, if you want me to do an update on this video and kind of go over the other build deck modes from like the series deck with the neutral post or go postless, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. I almost forgot. In order to turn it into shorty mode, I seem to have it with me right now, but it's here somewhere. I just gotta find it. It does come with a shorter stack. Like the chimney here, you can remove, and it has a shorter chimney, so I can run it in 18mm mode. I seem to have misplaced mine. I know it's around here somewhere, so but it does come with a shorter chimney. But all in all, this tank, I'm actually liking it. Again, Fuse Clapton 24 and 34, all Canthal 7 wraps, 4.5mm bit. It's reading it at, I don't know if you can really see it. It's running it at, yeah, you can't really see it. But it's running 0.23, 200 watts, 6.62 volts. And I got the airflow wide open, and I made sure the juice flow is fully open too. But no spit back, no nothing, no leaking. Like I said, just like I've shown you, just very lightly pack your cotton on top of those feed slots at the bottom of the build deck, and you shouldn't have any leaking issues. If you do, it could be just as simple as you didn't screw it all back together tight enough. I seen Jay Hayes review it, and he had a leaking issue, and it just so happened he didn't have it all tightened down good enough. But other than that, it's very simple to build on, very easy. You can put big old coils in here. If you're in postless mode, you can probably run a single coil. So definitely if you're into big old tanks, big old atomizers like myself, this is a very good buy. I picked it up at a local shop here in Cambridge, Ontario. it cost me about 90 bucks in Canadian, which after the conversion about 65, maybe $70 US. But definitely, if you're into big tanks, or if you're someone who hates filling up a tank constantly while you're on the go, 28 mils. I filled this up 2 days ago, and I'm just about a third. I'm still got a third of it left. So, and I'm a heavy vapor. Flavor is great on it. Actually, the best flavor I've gotten out of a tank yet, as far as a rebuildable tank. So, I would say this is a very good buy. 2 thumbs up. Monster Man approved. Also, I do plan on doing a video where I'm going to be putting the Mason dump tank 40mm up against the Titan. It's going to be the battle of the mega tanks. So, if you guys would love to see that video, leave a comment, and let's see who built the better giant RDTA or RTA, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, want to do a quick review while I had the time. Leave a comment. Let me hear your feedback on what you want to see in a future video, whether it's reviewing a mod, a tank, an RDA, RDTA. Feel free to let me know in the comments. Follow me on Instagram. It's just Monster Man Vapes. And if you guys want me to start a Patreon, if you guys think I should start a Patreon, let me know in the comment section below. It's a good way to get involved with the viewers, and definitely let me know what you guys think about that. But that's unfortunately all the time I have for you today. Just want to get this puppy, show you guys this puppy that I've been saying to review. Definitely a good buy. Just remember, stuff the cotton where it needs to go. Don't pack it too tight though, but make sure it is covering the entire surface area of those little slots. And make sure when you go to close it and fill it, that everything is tightened down good. And you shouldn't have any leaking. It can also come down to the air juice flow ring. If you're running smaller coils, adjust it. If you're getting a little bit of leaking, close it a little bit, find the sweet spot. It does take a little bit of time, but it's super easy to build on. I wouldn't say this for beginners though. I would say this is probably for the moderate to advanced, because of the way it builds, the way you have to wick it and control it, and knowing how much to let the juice flow up into the cotton. Definitely someone who's not starting out, but definitely for someone who is more advanced, more well known, or better known in vaping, definitely a good buy. Good flavor, good clouds, and obviously 28 mils of juice. You won't have to fill up for a while. But yeah, if people ask me to give it a rating scale of 1 to 10, I give it about a 9. I wouldn't give it a 10 just for because of how there's no room for error. That's why I say for moderate to advanced and not for beginners. But 9 out of 10, which I think is pretty good. If I were to suggest something different, I would say one con would be that the drip tip is rather short on this. Like, if you see, to really get a good grip on the drip tip, your lips are really pressed up against the top cap. So for anyone who is into drip tips or something, if you can find a taller drip tip for this, go for it. But all in all, great tank. I love it. Steamcrave did a very good job. But if you guys want to see me do a video on the battle of the mega tanks between the Mason 40mm and this, leave a comment in the comment section below. Unfortunately, like I said, it's all the time I have for you today. You vapors have a wonderful day. Vape on. Monster Man, signing off.